joining us today. Many of the families of victims of Albuquerque police violence are here with us today. We grieve with them for their tragic and unnecessary loss as we stand with them tonight outraged. We are outraged because 2 weeks from today, the City of Albuquerque, the Albuquerque Police Department, will be hosting a national shooting championship in our city. It's a tournament that draws police officers from around the country to compete in events that demonstrate their proficiency in the use of lethal weapons. The Albuquerque Police Department has a lot of experience in the use of lethal weapons. Since 2010, ABD officers have killed 27 people. The Civil Rights Division and the U.S. Department of Justice concluded that most of the killings were unjustified. They concluded that our police department routinely engages in unconstitutional policing. But instead of courageously confronting the problem, Mayor Richard Berry and Police Chief Gordon Eden are hosting a tournament that celebrates the very militarized policing that got us into this problem in the first place. Our police department should practice community policing, not sharpen their skills in killing people. Mayor Richard Berry personally negotiated the contract that brought the tournament to Albuquerque, and he will give the opening address that begins this tournament. We are here tonight to demand that he cancels the event. I want to turn the podium over to 3 speakers who will explain why we must not allow this competition in our city. Our first speaker will be Mike Gomez, who is the father of Alan Gomez, a young man killed by APD 3 years ago. Our second speaker is Isaac Mitchell, who is the father of Jonathan Mitchell, a young man killed by a white vigilante, a vigilante who APD and the district attorney refused to bring to justice. And our third speaker is Selena Trujeke, who is a member of the Answer Coalition. Selena will connect the patterns of police violence in Albuquerque to the national problems and increasingly militarized police. Thank you.
Citizens of Albuquerque, the Albuquerque Police Department is hosting a shooting tournament. Now, they haven't put this out in the media too much, and that's what we're here for. We're here to tell you that with the department under investigation by the Department of Justice, a department saying that they're going to make change, have community policing, they are doing everything against what they are saying. My son, Alan Gomez, he was only 22 years old, got shot and killed by Officer Sean Wallace 3.5 years ago. Well, after Sean Wallace shot my son, he was given a $500 bounty for it. They call it a decompression money. The next year, he was promoted to sergeant. All right? This man has cost the citizens of New Mexico and the city of Albuquerque, he's part of the millions of dollars that the taxpayers of this city is paying. But yet, guess what? He is representing APD this year in the shooting competition. Another reward, instead of this man being punished, he was never punished, never given a suspension, given a promotion, given money for shooting my son, and now he's in this competition with Ray Schultz, the former chief of this department that has brought this department down in flames. He's part of it. The Officer Feist, he's retired, but he was part of the Mary Hahn cover-up. Those 3 are representing APD. They're a team together. And that's what's so enraging about this, is because if it wouldn't have been my son, if it would have been the other victims' family members, we would still be out here too. Because that is not right, having a killer cop represent a police force that is in the midst of saying they want to change. They say that to the public, but they are not doing that. Behind closed doors, they are doing everything possible not to change. So that's why we're here, folks, is to let everybody in Albuquerque know that this is not right and this is what's going on. And Mayor Berry condones every minute of it. He makes it into a personal thing that he flies in a helicopter, he walks down a red carpet, he stands in front of all these officers and he says, look at me, I'm having this here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Then he turns around and flies off into the sunset like he's some kind of hero or something. Well, he's not a hero to me, he's a zero, because he's not doing anything to change this department. So, in closing, we just want justice. Justice for my son. Justice for all these people who's been victimized in different ways. And we want everyone to know what this administration on the 11th floor does. They just care about themselves. They don't care about the community. So I just want you folks to know that we want justice. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Isaac Mitchell. I'm representing Justice for Jonathan. Jonathan, an Iraq veteran. After fighting war in Iraq, came home to be hunted down by a vigilante, shot and killed. Jonathan was shot in the back as he was running from this vigilante. The DA and APD have concluded to put together a scheme not to present evidence against this killer, Donnie Pearson. The DA has not prosecuted a single killer of these 27 victims. Not a single one has been taken to court. We have a DA who's more comfortable sitting behind her desk telling us what she can't do rather than be in the courtroom prosecuting crimes. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. One more time, it's time for a change. We're tired. We need justice. We're not a barbaric society. We're a society and a community built up on laws. And when these laws are not enforced, this is what happens. You have vigilantes taking the law in their own hands. You have APD taking the laws in their own hands because they don't suffer consequences. They have nothing to fear if they kill someone on the streets. Why isn't there a contest about who can turn their lapel cameras on the fastest? Why don't we have that kind of contest instead of a shooting contest? So I'm here today to tell you that we don't like it and we won't stand for it. We want change. We want justice for these victims. That's what we want. And if we can't get change, it's time to change out City Hall. Thank you.
Of 2010. He was killed in July of 2010, and ever since then I have been coming to the city council and asking them to stop the killings, but they won't do it and they don't care. But the mayor, I'm sorry, I don't like to be disrespectful, but he's like an ostrich with his head in the sand. He pretends like nothing is wrong, like everything is good. My son was a schizophrenic. Yes, he was. But at the time that he was killed, he wasn't causing any problems until the police officer that came there instigated the whole thing. I don't have to say his name. I don't want to say his name. But I have this to say. The city of Albuquerque is not being represented properly. The mayor that says that he wants to meet with the families. I don't know any family members that he has met with. And he's insulting us. He's insulting us the parents of the children that have been killed here, and he's insulting our city. This is the worst city in the whole United States for the cops killing the people. And yet, the guy that shot 3 people, 2 of them in the back, is representing us. How dare he represent us? This is a beautiful city with wonderful people. How come we have him representing us? Why can't we have some of those police officers that get hero medals for this and good certificates for that? How come they're not representing us? How come people that have done wrong, that have broken the law, and have gotten away with it by resigning, by changing jobs, or by going to another police department, how come they're representing us? They have no right. I want to tell you, Mr. Mayor, that you're insulting us. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm 72 years old. I voted for you twice, and I am so sorry that I voted for you, because you talked about transparency. There's nothing transparency about you or about your administration. And all I want to say is that my son didn't have to die, but because we have a gun-ho mentality in the police department, they killed him. The guy was just almost hankering. I think it took less than 3 minutes for him to come on the scene and shoot my son to death. And he didn't have to do that. He had a taser in a drop-off, in one of those drop-down coasters. He could have tased him. He could have done all kinds of things. But yet it was easier to just unbuckle his gun and shoot my son to death. These people should not represent us. They should not represent us. And we shouldn't even have the NRA holding this here. It's almost like they're gloating about these guns and these officers and us wanting to have this kind of a government and situation in this city. So if you're going to keep your guns, that's fine. But don't be killing other people with them. So that's all I have to say. I'm not going to win any cases. I'm not going to file anything, because every one of my witnesses is afraid of the police department. Not that I want money, no, but at least that's one way to punch them. But I'm not going to get any of that. So you wonder, what am I doing standing up here? I'm here for my children, my son's sons, my great-grandsons. I'm here for your grandsons, for your children that are young and haven't been killed. My son was 40 years old, but some of them were as young as 16, 17, and 18 that they're killing. This has to stop. This militarization, you're not. I want to say this to the APD, you are not military people. If you are, then for goodness sakes, pack up and go fight in Afghanistan or somewhere where the real terrorists live. We are not terrorists. We are citizens of the United States of America, of this city, and we're law-abiding people. It's not our fault that our sons were schizophrenics, any more than it is anybody's fault because kids get cancer. So we try to do the best we can by them. Some of us were making really good progress, and you killed our sons. And we will never see the end result of all the work we put into their lives.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Selena and I'm a member of Answer Coalition. I'm actually just going to speak in Spanish first, and then I'm going to do it in English. Mi nombre es Selena Trujeque y soy miembro de la coalición ANSWER. Albuquerque ha sufrido mucho a causa de la brutalidad policial y estamos cansados de las muertes y asesinatos. En el pasado, aquí en Albuquerque, debido a nuestros esfuerzos en las transiciones de las calles, con marchas y otros actos de desobediencia civil, hemos sido capaces de obtener atención nacional. Hoy es la lucha de Ferguson, Missouri, que llama la atención nacional en la lucha contra la brutalidad policial, no solo para Albuquerque o Ferguson, sino toda la nación. En este sábado, Ferguson, Missouri, va a haber una protesta nacional contra el racismo, terror policial y para exigir justicia para Michael Brown. La próxima protesta, aquí en Albuquerque, será acerca de la celebración policial de armas letales. las cuales se han usado para asesinar en sangre fría. Las multitudes de gente aquí en Albuquerque están en solidaridad con todos ellos que dicen que no a la epidemia de terror policial. De Ferguson a Nueva York, de Los Ángeles a Albuquerque, por todo el país, debido a la próxima contracción de francotiradores y puntería de la policía, ahora estamos seguros de que la policía y sus jefes no se preocupan por nosotros, los ciudadanos. Ellos prefieren insultar las memorias de nuestras familias y las víctimas de la violencia policial al permitir que este evento tenga lugar. Ellos ni siquiera tratan de ocultar el hecho de que uno de los miembros del equipo de la policía de Albuquerque es también un policía que ha herido y ha matado a uno de nuestros ciudadanos. Todos ellos están desarmados en el momento. Hacemos un llamado a nuestros funcionarios de la ciudad, pero más importante a la gente de Albuquerque, que todos nosotros denunciemos este evento y estén con nosotros contra la violencia policial. Gracias. Now I'm going to say it in English. My name is Selena Tujeke, and I'm a member of Answer Coalition. Albuquerque has suffered much because of the police brutality, and we're tired of the deaths and killings. In past here in Albuquerque, because of efforts in organizing in the streets with march and acts of civil disobedience, we have been able to get national attention. Today is the struggle of Ferguson, Missouri, that lifts national attention to the struggle against police brutality, not only for Albuquerque or Ferguson, but for the whole nation. In Ferguson, Missouri, this Saturday, there will be a national march against racism, police terror, and to demand justice for Michael Brown. The upcoming protests here in Albuquerque over the outrageous police celebration of lethal weapons, which have been used to murder in cold blood. Scores of people in Albuquerque will be in solidarity with all those who are saying no to the national epidemic of police terror. From Ferguson to New York City, to Los Angeles to Albuquerque, all across the country. Because of the upcoming police marksmanship competition, are now certain that neither the police or their bosses do not care for us. They insult the memories of families and the victims of police violence by allowing this event to take place. They do not even try to hide the fact that one of the members of the Albuquerque shooting team is also an officer who has injured and killed many of our citizens, all of them being unarmed at the time. We all call our city official, but more important, the people of Albuquerque to denounce this event and stand with us against police violence. Thank you for your time.
So now we're going to have a small delegation of family members go up and deliver a letter to the mayor demanding that the event be shut down. If he does not decide to shut the event down, we will we'll take action, and we will do our best to have our event shut down here with our actions and our groups. So media, you're welcome to follow the family members up and see if they can talk to the mayor. Maybe he'll talk to them with you guys there.
Oh, hello there, folks. So are you going to let us go to the mayor's office?
No, the mayor's office.
Oh, you're not going to let us go to the mayor's office, huh?
Can we see the mayor?
It's closed.
It's not in.
Oh, really?
Nice and convenient again.
Wow.
Well,
but doesn't his office close at 5?
Not today.
Not today.
We don't have any openings in the meetings today, so we close it.
Oh, so you closed the office, huh? But isn't that a public office, though?
It is.
It is, but you decided to close it ahead of time. Or you did? You did. Okay, and let's see, what's your name? You're Mark Shepard. Okay. Okay.
so we don't have access to our mayor's office?
Not at the moment. Not
Take him a
yet.
letter and present our
If you have
concerns.
a letter, I'd be happy to take it.
Yeah, we have,
sure,
we
sure.
have some letters that we'd
Yeah,
like,
we'll put this over here.
we'd like the mayor to read.
So you can have it.
Some of us have signed that one on the window there.
Yeah.
I'll be happy to take it too.
Hmm?
Do you have anything else?
Basically, we just want the mayor to cancel this police shooting competition. I mean, it's, you've got killer cops that are being rewarded for shooting people. So we have a shooting killer cop competition, a police shooting championship. Ain't that kind of ironic how Albuquerque has the most shootings per capita by the police, and we have a police shooting competition here? That's been a sore spot with me from the get-go since 2010, since my son was killed. And it just doesn't make any sense that you have a police department that's been proven and shown by the DOJ report to have excessive force and excessive use of force and lethal force, and yet here we are training them and having a competition to, you know, teach them how to kill better. Who's the best killer? Why don't we have a de-escalation competition or a crisis intervention competition to see who can use their brains instead of their deadly force? So what we're here for is to ask the mayor to put the kibosh to this police shooting competition, this police shooting championship. It's just, it's an oxymoron. I mean, here we are with a bunch of dead kids, mine included, but yet we're having officers that have shot young men in the back, like Mike Wallace.
Yeah,
Sean Wallace shot Mike Gomez's son in the back, but yet he's representing Albuquerque in their police shooting
Did you know that, Mark?
championship.
Did you know that Sean Wallace, who shot my son, was representing APD?
Your document and your sentiments to the mayor.
Well, we're going to be out there too. We're not going to, I mean, this is just, we're trying to head it off. We're trying to stop this police shooting competition. This isn't what our city needs or what our police department needs. We really need to get this shooting competition out of this city and out of this state. We need it to go away. We need a de-escalation competitions, crisis intervention training competitions.
My name is Sylvia Fuentes, and you can tell the mayor that I voted him not once, but twice, because he said it was going to be transparent. Everything was going to be transparent. He had been saying that he's going to meet with the families, and I've been waiting since they killed my son in 2010. I've been waiting for him to talk to me, for him to talk to any of us. And this is what I get for voting for him. This is what I get for believing in him. Tell him, if he's really serious about meeting with somebody, meet with me. My name is Sylvia Fuentes.
So Mark, is the mayor going to get back with us?
I will pass on the message.
You will pass on the message.
I will.
Okay. So what does that mean?
That's exactly what I said.
Okay, so you pass on the message, what, to him or to the trash can?
I told you what I would do. I think you know I'm a man of my word.
Okay.
I'm not told you wrong.
Will you get back to us?
I'd be happy to.
As to the results of your conversation of giving him our demands, will you get back to us?
I will.
We hold press
I can't
conference?
call all of you. Is there a person that's a point person I can talk to?
Well, the Answer Coalition would be a good spot to start, or any one of us. We all got each other's numbers, so Mr. Gomez will give you his card.
Yeah.
Perfect. And
Here you go, see? My card.
Hey.
Giving it to the man who's supposed to have the mayor contact me. He's got all my information here. All my information.
We understand that the mayor thinks that this police shooting competition is a good thing for the city for economic reasons, but it doesn't make any sense to me to have, you know, a few hundred officers and no spectators, no crowd, no nothing. It's not a revenue generating venue. It's counterproductive to what we need with our police department and our city administration. We really need them to stop this police shooting championship. We got champion police killers, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Wallace has got 3 notches on his pistol grip, don't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
We really need this stuff to stop. We're starting to get
billions of
frustrated
dollars
with
too
this.
that it's cost the taxpayers of the state and the city. So of course he's still employed, and he got a raise, and he got a $500 bounty after he shot my kid. He probably went and spent it on,
Issued some more
some
bullets.
beer, or maybe he went and played pool with it, But
The bottom line is we need the mayor to listen to us, the community. We need this police shooting competition to cease and desist. We don't want it to be happening here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
yeah,
You're welcome. Have a good day, folks.
yeah, thank you very much.
That's scheduled to happen here.